Hi guys, I'm hopping in to start the IGTV series for intuitive eating. So if you're following along on the podcast, I'm doing a 10 to 12 episode series based on the intuitive eating workbook by Evelyn Tribal and Elise Resch. I probably am mispronouncing that. So on the podcast, I'm going through each principle or a different principle each week. And then there's lots of activities within the book itself that help you build on some of the like body attunement and things it's talking about. So I'm going to hop on IGTV and have a little series so you can keep track of those things as well. If you don't have the workbook, or if you have the workbook, you can follow along. So today I'm hopping on to talk about body cue awareness. So in principle 2, it's talking about honoring the hunger. So how can we honor our hunger if we don't even know what hunger feels like? So one of the activities early on in the principle is actually one that researchers use with people to see if they're able to check in with their body. So it's, can you perceive your heart rate? Okay, so I'll walk you through it super quick, and then I would encourage you to take a few minutes and sit by yourself and see if you can do it. The goal being to be able to perceive your heart rate without having to physically touch your body, and then to be able to drop into that practice a few times throughout the day to get you back to feeling what your body's actually saying and getting back into attunement with your body. That's what intuitive eating is. It's not following like a plan. It's listening to your true hunger. So this is just a process, and it's kind of neat because as you focus on this, it's kind of like you're cross-training your body to be able to focus back on the hunger. So that's pretty cool. So one way that researchers measure people's interoceptive awareness is by asking them to perceive their heart beating. So to count your heartbeats without actually touching your body for a pulse. So I'll walk you through the activities. So part 1 is you're actually going to measure your pulse. So I have a little Sensory House pillow here that I have. So my wrist is a bit higher so you can see. So if you remember back in elementary school, I remember counting pulses. So you want to go on your wrist, be patient, and find your pulse. And then once you find it, you're going to count your pulse for a minute. So you want to have some way to set a timer so you can track how long you do. So after you tracked it for a minute, it hasn't quite been a minute, and it may take you a couple tries to locate your pulse. You want to make sure you're in a quiet space when you do this so you can really tune into your body. And then you're going to take your hands, I'll move my little pillow, and you're going to place your hands down on your legs. So I'm just going to show you like this so you can see. That is to make it so your hands are resting. You're going to breathe normally, take a few relaxing breaths. And then when you feel calm and relaxed, you're going to pay attention on your heart beating. And you're going to try to do that same exercise again for 60 seconds and see how many heartbeats you can count. See how in tune with your body you are, that you can feel it, and see if you can identify where in your body you feel it. So I know for myself, sometimes if I put my hands on my legs, I can even feel my heartbeat through my hands sometimes. Or sometimes you'll be in tune with your body, so you'll be able to feel the heartbeat in your chest when you're counting it. And sometimes you'll be able to find it in different locations. So the same thing goes for hunger. Sometimes you'll feel hunger in different areas of your body. And I talked about that in the podcast episode this week. And how are you talking to yourself? So this is a great example of just trying to do a really super simple exercise to get you back into your body and feeling in your body and being aware of the natural processes that are happening in your body. But the question is, were you negative? Like, were you saying, oh, I'm so stupid, I can't even find my frickin' like heartbeat, like what's going on? Or, were you frustrated? Because part of the intuitive eating journey is to have that self-compassion. And it always goes back to those 3 P's, right? So paying attention to your body. So this is getting you in the practice of paying attention to your body, having patience, and practice. So it's a repeated practice. So I would invite you to take this heart beating activity, try it a couple times throughout the day as a way to just kind of check back into your body. You can do body scans, you can do other things to do that check-in, but this one's a super easy one. You've got your wrist, you've got your heartbeat, you've got a timer, then you're all set. And it's just, again, a small practice to get you back into your body. So try it out and let me know how it goes.